I've been agonizing over whether or not to turn the camera on. Normally what happens is I'll have an idea, I'll get super excited about my idea, I'll work on my idea, and then after I've gotten to a point where I'm really happy with it, I'll realize I probably should have filmed it so I could share it with people. Which is why there's very little sharing of the behind the scenes stuff. It's just because I forget. I don't get a lot of time. Like this, I've been picking away at this for 3 days. And I made a breakthrough today, sort of made a breakthrough today. So what I want to achieve, we're going out to the reef on Saturday, and what I want to photograph is a cleaner wrasse. Now they're only little fish, it's not going to be a hard thing to get, and they're territorial fish, so I'll be able to put a set in the middle of their territory so that they will definitely engage with it. Like putting a set there and a camera there and filming it is the easiest part of the whole thing. But because they are a cleaner, what I want to do is use the bathtub piece from the motorbike thing. And that all seemed really easy. I mean, I bought this specifically to try and make a bathroom scene. I was like, yeah, it's going to be great. And then I got it, and the studs inside it, or the lack of studs inside it, are absurd. So I have been, for the last 3 mornings, picking away at this, trying to find a way to stud an interior together for this bathtub. And the problem is, I've found it to be, it's not within system. Now, system is, if you're a Lego nerd, you know what I mean. But if you're not a Lego nerd, basically, there's a grid within which Lego works, because everything is either a square or a rectangle, basically. So if you're off by a couple of mils, nothing fits together. And that's where we're at here. So I've either had a big gap underneath in the middle of the bathtub, which I can't stand. Like, I could probably tolerate it, but I just can't stand it. Or I need to make it fit together. So I finally found a way, just this morning, to get that perfect half a brick worth of width to make the bottom of the bath fit together, right? So here, although there is a small gap in there now, that bathtub has a solid bottom, and then I can just stud it down onto a base plate, hopefully. I haven't checked how far apart those are, so that it's sitting in the bathroom. Because the photo is going to be out in the ocean, nothing's allowed to float away. Nothing's allowed to be mobile. This has to hold down there for the time that I'm filming. So it's got to be solid, but it's also got to be stable and structural. And that's why I've been sort of obsessing over it. So I finally got the bathtub right. And that, I thought, was the biggest challenge. And now that I've got a base to the bathtub, the confines that I can work in, all right, let's put our person in the bath. Now, because it was a motorbike, you've got a split for the legs to go down. But because it was a motorbike, there's not much room because they're supposed to sit high on the motorbike. So I've had to take the man's legs off. I have my little topless man. He's in his bath. He's got a really nice happy face on him because he's going to be being cleaned by these fish. That's all nice and easy. But because he has no legs, there's nothing to hold him in there at all. So what I need to do is use the anti-studs underneath him to put something on either side of this. But this is thicker than the gap between any two Lego bricks. So I need to find the right bit to sit on either side of this and find a way to shove it in there. And I thought I'd achieved it by using these, because with these bits here, there will be a gap between them, right? So if I make this here, hold these two together, now there is a gap between them, and that gap will fit over that there. So that'll hold him in, right? And it works. I mean, he's a little bit mobile, but I can actually stud him in there and he will stay in the bath. And that's cool right up until I then put the bath back together and find out that that clashes with the bottom of the bath so that he juts out. And then you can see the gap because he has no legs. So to get the photo to work, I either need to use this setup, which at this stage is the only setup I can find that works, or pull it all apart and start again. Because if the bath is together, then the guy's sticking out. And if the guy's not sticking out, then the bath doesn't fit together. And I have run out of ideas for how to make the bath work, which means I need to figure something else out for this. And I have no idea. And it's Thursday. So I've got today and tomorrow, and then we go to the reef. And if this isn't ready, I just don't get the shot. And yeah, I'm a little bit lost. And the one thing that I'm trying to avoid, which is the easiest answer ever, is I could just cut that out. Get in there, cut it out, destroy the piece. And if I had done that at the start, this whole build would have been easier, because I've been trying to accommodate that little foot piece this entire time. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to do that, I suppose. I don't know. But then the problem with cutting Lego apart is you, again, have to be really neat, because if you leave anything on the Lego, then it interrupts those tolerances, the margins between the bricks as well. And also, if I cut this off, how will I attach half a Lego man to the bottom of the bath? Because there's no studs down there now to clip him onto. So if I pull it apart, if I cut it to pieces, I then need to reinvent the bottom of the bath anyway to find a way to attach him to it. So this is the kind of stuff that goes into this. I mean, at the end of the day, this photo, when it happens, and it will happen, I'm not going to give up on it, but this photo, when it happens, is just going to be a head sticking out of a bath against a white wall with a shelf with some shampoo bottles and stuff. That's it. It's going to be a really simple photo, because I don't want too much Lego on the base plate, because down in the ocean, that's too many things that can go wrong. The simpler I can make it, the better. The one focal point needs to be the bath, but bathrooms normally don't have much in them anyway, so I might hang a towel on a towel rail for him and stuff, but it's gonna be a really simple build. And even though it's gonna look like a really simple build, this has taken hours. And I'm not finished yet, so we're not done. I can't say it has taken hours and it's done. It has taken hours so far, and I still don't know how to put it all together so that it works 10 meters underwater. And that's the kind of challenges that I face with this rubbish. Is it ends up looking simple, but it starts out being super complex, and I'm just racking my brain here. Absolutely racking my brain. So yeah, hopefully when this photo comes out, this is the other side of it. When these photos do happen, after all these little technical challenges, they're the ones that I love the most. When this comes out, I'm going to be so proud of myself, because I overcame all this rubbish just to take a simple photo of a fish. Oh man, who would do this as a hobby? I don't know. I'll keep you posted anyway. Right, back to work. Alright, we're cutting it. We're cutting it. That can happen later.